Good afternoon. I'm Khaled Gafar, Chief Consultant at Magnum Opus Consulting. Today I will be giving you an overview on ApPL, the Agropastoralist Policy Lab, a decision support system to help humanitarian organizations make aid allocation decisions in response to drought in Somalia. This project is a product of our collaboration with Mercy Corps, an Oregon-based NGO providing both humanitarian and development assistance in Somalia. Somalia underwent the worst drought in its history over the past 2.5 years. 5 failed rainy seasons led to crop failures and mass death of livestock. This increased displacement and mortality in Somalia as a result of the deteriorated food security situation and loss of livelihood. It is estimated that in the year 2022 alone, an excess of 43,000 individuals have died as a result of starvation. Decision support was required by Mercy Corps to provide aid to poor and middle-income agropastoralists in Somalia. Some of the practical considerations faced in this project are that we did not have sufficient time, data access, or resources to fully calibrate our model, and thus we opted for an equilibrium-based approach to model building and policy analysis. Furthermore, we emphasize on how a system dynamics model can be used to structure expert knowledge and data from multiple sources to provide meaningful insights to decision makers to allocate scarce aid budgets under high uncertainty and under the time pressure of an ongoing crisis. Our hypothesis was that the agropastoral system is composed of a number of buffer stocks and a series of balancing and reinforcing loops. We aim to map out those stocks and loops and quantify them in order to reason about 4 policy options that were faced by Mercy Corps. So basically, Mercy Corps approached us saying we have a limited budget and we would like to allocate this budget to agropastoral households. And we have 4 policy options. So where should we put our money and when? That was basically the question. So we conducted a policy analysis on our initialized model and we optimized over sensitivities for highly uncertain model parameters. It is worth noting that we validated our model formulations, the logic of our model, our data, as well as our results with a team of livestock experts working with Mercy Corps in Somalia. And we did that over a number of workshops, walkthroughs, and deep dive sessions. Our results suggest that the 4 policies are not equally viable in improving agropastoral household outcomes. Cash assistance and restocking policies seem to be superior to fodder and destocking policies given the singular fodder market assumption of the model. This is because fodder and destocking policies introduce unintended consequences whereby households would be competing with Mercy Corps and intermediate livestock traders targeted by the destocking policy over a limited supply of fodder, which raises fodder price and renders households unable to purchase as much fodder as they would have per unit of spent cash. Furthermore, our results indicate that the timing of policies matter in improving household outcomes. As you can see on the left, we have a diagram outlining the Agropastoral Policy Lab, the Agropastoralist Policy Lab, which is composed of 3 models. A spreadsheet-based data model that enables a user to trace model constants, the simulation model constants, to the raw data. And it promotes full transparency, whereby a user would be able to maintain the assumptions of the model, change the numerical assumptions of the model, or understand what checks did we conduct, ensuring the internal consistency of the data that was plugged into the simulation model. The simulation model enables a user to run what-if scenarios based on an equilibrium paradigm and experiment with multiple drought shocks to provide the context for the policy analysis that can be conducted using the model. And finally, we have a CLD, which is an abstraction of the much larger stock and flow diagram, and it's around 1/10 the size of the full simulation model. On the right, you can see the policy results of our optimization, and it's pretty clear that cash is king. Future work will focus on scrutinizing and relaxing the boundary assumptions of the model such as, for example, we would do away with the singular fodder market assumption and include multiple channels of fodder supply, including an import option. And also we hope to experiment with other policies, such as agricultural policies, drilling boreholes, providing fertilizer, and so on. That's it for now. Thanks for being such a great audience, and please feel free to reach out with any questions. Thanks.